Hello, 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 and welcome back to the Sonny Talk Spurs YouTube channel. Hopefully, you guys can all hear me loud and clear. I had a few technical difficulties trying to start this live stream off, but we're live now. We're here on the Sonny Talk Spurs channel, as I say, and we're ready to talk about the biggest story in town. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear, because as I say, I've had a few technical difficulties on the last couple of streams and just before hitting live on this one as well. And as I say, before we kick off and go live with this one, if you are new to the Sonny Talk Spurs YouTube channel and you're just discovering me right now, then get down below in the comment section, leave your questions for this monumental news that's just broke tonight. Leave your likes, leave your subscribes, and also hit the notification bell, because it will let you know rather when I've gone live in instances such as this. I'm trying to do a few more live streams, and what better, I was going to say better, but what awful circumstances to go live in. It has been an evening of absolute turmoil for Tottenham Hotspur. As I say, 25 of you in the chat now, 2 likes. On these lives, I aim to go for about 150 likes. So if those of you watching now can leave a like, that would be greatly appreciated. We're going live quite late, and that would be, that would cheer me up in a night like this. 31 of you watching right now, I appreciate it. And as I said just in the intro there, to a few of you, leave your likes, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and also just get your comments and questions in about, this monumental news, because it's absolutely crazy. And if you want to leave a super chat, then do that as well, because that would appreciate me and probably cheer me up a little bit as well. But yeah, huge news. Eberechi Eze is not coming to Tottenham Hotspur. He has decided that he wants to go to Arsenal. And I'll be honest, I put my neck on the line during this one. I really thought he was going to be signing for Tottenham Hotspur in this transfer window. We'd verbally agreed. I did a video, I think it was yesterday, saying he'd verbally agreed a deal to join Tottenham Hotspur, but it doesn't mean anything. Tottenham are now pulled out, and yeah, Arsenal, he is signing for Arsenal. But before I go any further, let's talk to, 62 of you in the chat right now, 12 likes. If we can get those likes up, that would be, something to cheer me up. I need cheering up, guys. Come on, we've got to remain positive during all this. But Muggles ED1TZ says, hi, hello, mate. Hope you're doing well. Jaminator says, immediately regretting renewing membership. I'm so done with this pathetic excuse of a football club. Honestly, what is Daniel Levy doing? What is going on? I mean, I'm going to deep dive into this as we go on, but I just want to address some of your comments and those you have, joined me about 5 to 10, I should say, on a Wednesday evening. Halo Uppercut says, I didn't want to believe we were going to sign him till I saw him in promo video, and I'm glad I refused to believe, but I'm still gutted. Would have been class for us. He would have been. And James Wayne, hello, mate. Hope you're doing well. Cheer up, mate. Yeah, I've seen your text. I've decided to ignore it. Jack Cooper, Levy out. Yeah, I'm backing that at the moment, honestly. Sam DeCosta says, big up, Sonny. Aaron J, yeah, I've seen it, mate. You getting at me on Twitter. I told you I'd jinx it again. We're going 3 for 3 at the moment, son. Yeah, I want to be positive about signings. I want us to get some of these signings across the line, but Daniel Levy has got other ideas. Lewis Taylor says, gutted. Dan T says, 6-8 million for a 27-year-old is a lot of cash to part with, but he's class. He's absolutely class. Muggles ED1TZ says, yeah, hashtag Levy out. Gordon Walker, Williams, Chelsea over again. We never learn. Too busy, ENT. Here we go. James Wayne again says, don't stress too much. Take it easy. Yeah, I see what you've done there. And Beth Lafbury says, what an absolute joke. We are laughing stock. But yeah, as I say, and 116 of you now watching the live stream. Really appreciate you guys watching this. 23 likes. If we can hit our like goal of 150 likes, I would massively appreciate that. And as I said, if those of you watching this right now are not subscribed, get down below, subscribe, and get your questions in as well. Because, as I say, I was out tonight with the missus and her friend. We were having a lovely evening, drinking a few beverages, and do you know what I've done since this Eze news has been in circulation? I have put my notifications on Twitter for Fabrizio Romano and David Ornstein tweets. And maybe that's my undoing, because we've seen it with with the bomber that came this evening. I hate using the term bomber, but it's the only name that came to mind. Eberechi Eze, Arsenal. I mean, it looked like it. There was the rumour early on in the evening that Tottenham, I mean, they used the word, we were edging closer to all this rubbish. And I was texting a few of my mates being like, this isn't going well. Something's wrong here. Tottenham look like they're, in turmoil when it comes to trying to get this across the line. But we saw there was the news that Tottenham were trying to offer Richarlison plus cash for Eze. Then the news that we wanted Visser as a replacement, and we knew something was going completely wrong. And let's put it this way. I'm gutted. I'm not going to be around the bush. We can banter Arsenal. I've said stuff. Always deciding that he's retiring from winning trophies and all that rubbish. But when you look at the grand scheme of things, they beat us to a signing. They wanted him from the beginning. They called their interest and they're back in, and they've hijacked the deal by the looks of it, because there's reports now, Ben Jacobs, Alex Crook from TalkSport saying that Tottenham have pulled out. Arsenal, he's going to sign for Arsenal. And all those Arsenal fans now are going to be laughing all the way to the bank, aren't they? They're in the ascendancy. They've made a statement signing. And I want to know what you guys think in the comments down below. What does this mean for Tottenham? Who should we now be going out and signing ahead of deadline day? And does this mean that Arsenal now are one of the title favourites? Because, yeah, it's a fantastic signing. It's so good. And appreciate 111 you watching this right now. 31 likes. If we can get that like go up near 100 to 150. And as I say, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. And if you want to leave a super chat, I would really appreciate it, because, going live at 10 o'clock at night and reacting to this news, I literally cut a night out short to come back and have a talk about this, because it's monumental news. What was my last comment? Jaminator says, feel so sorry for Frank. We were on such a high after the Europa win. Super Cup was a shame, but we showed something on the pitch at least. This is just gutting. It's frustrating. It's hugely frustrating, because this, as I say, this signing, it moves the needle. It moves the needle on, because for us at least, the difference is that, Tottenham, this player could be the difference between us getting top four, getting top five, going on a cup run, getting further in the Champions League. But alas, it's not meant to be. And what makes me really annoyed is we knew Kulusevski was out for a while. We knew James Maddison's injury was about 3 weeks ago. Moore Gibbs White, the money there, 60 million, was there 4 weeks ago, about a month ago. And this has been going, this saga with Eze has been going on for 2 weeks. But yeah, Karen Rail says pathetic. Muggles ED1TZ says FR. I'm not sure what that means, mate. You have to specify. Holly's Hotspur, friend of the channel. How are you doing? Hope you are well. I've just had your comment there. She said she was gutted, is what I saw. But evening boss, I honestly, CBA is what Holly says. Mate, what is going on? I want to know what you think. What do Tottenham need to do next? Darren Fearon says, well, he at me, at Sonny Talk Spurs. I never believe we would sign Eze because of history. We have 10 days left and we have not got a 10 left back and left winger. Yeah, we need to be making some moves now. El Canus, Lookman, we need to really be going in on some of these signings, because if you look at it, we're leaving it so late. And I'll be honest, I did it for Morgan Gibbs White and I did it for this. I doubled down. I said Tottenham are going to get this signing done. They're going to be able to complete this deal. But they haven't. They've bottled it. And Levy has had a shocker again. It's so embarrassing. And, we're facing Manchester City at the weekend. And by the way, I might do a live stream for that. Let me know in the chat if you think I should be doing a live stream for Manchester City versus Tottenham Hotspur, because it could be biblical. We could be losing this 6-0 now. Aaron said, just got the here we go officially. Has that actually just happened? Or have we just got the here we go? The last here we go we saw from Tottenham was Fabrizio Romano saying Morgan Gibbs White was a here we go. Has he done the here we go? Let me have a look. Yeah, breaking news. Eberechi Eze Arsenal, here we go. Verbal agreement in place between all parties. Crystal Palace to receive package in excess of 60 million as they preferred AFC over Spurs. Arsenal with race over Tottenham, been in advance talks for days, but never sealed. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. James Wayne, out for drinks on a school night. Tut. Yeah, mate, I'm if you want to know, I'm working from home tomorrow, so I only had a couple because it ruined it. I'm not going to lie, it's ruined my evening. Justin Steele says, we do have Kudos, who is fantastic. Palhinha is perfect for us. Yes, we need at least 2 new attackers, but we will be okay. I think the thing is, I know it's all doom and gloom and all that. We've got we've got an okay squad. We just need more. We just need a creator. We are lacking so much in the creative field at the moment. It is proper poor when it comes to our creative sense. But yeah, I think Kudus is good. Richie, I'm surprised. I said it earlier on the stream. Richie was put up in a deal for Eze earlier. I don't know why we'd want to be getting rid of him now after he starts the season. That confused me. Chris Sayer says, this is so frustrating, mate, honestly. And too busy ENT, absolute diabolical. Shocking. It's shocking. Absolutely shocking. Bobby the Greek says, Tottenham transfer windows can make a sane man effing mental. Like, let me put it this way. A couple of days ago, people were arguing, could this be Tottenham's best ever window? It's now turning out to be one of our mediocre windows. It gives me the Bazuma Forster's Jed Spence window. And it turns out Jed Spence was one of the better signings of that. Our signing of the season or summer will be Christian Romero's new contract. Let's just put it this way. Holly's Hotspur again. Hope you're doing well. I'm proper fuming. We needed a number 10 and Eze was the guy. Yet we took forever to edge close to a deal. Now it's going to be unbearable. Yeah. What do we do now? What do we do now? Like, it's an absolute diabolical state of affairs. Absolutely criminal. But the only thing that's going to cheer me up, if all 159 of you watching this right now, and thank you for watching, leave a like on this video and push it around the algorithm so more Tottenham fans can see me losing my head on the live stream. I'll probably be live till about 10:30 or so, just because I feel like if I go any longer, I will drive myself insane. And also, if you want to leave a super chat, leave a super chat. I would really appreciate it. Lots of love on the super chats recently as well. And appreciate it, and it helps me motivate me to do more content such as this. Gaz Footy Social says we're a total joke. We'll end up with Lookman, Everton reject. Lookman's a great player. Like, I will give Lookman the benefit of the doubt. He was fantastic, or has been fantastic for Atalanta, and also was good for them in the Europa League final where they won it the year before us, I believe. Scored a hat trick. Hello Uppercut says, can we just go and get Paz now, please? Actually, if you look at Paz, when it comes to, I did a video on the Sonny Spurs YouTube channel about less than a month ago. Go and watch that. I applaud Paz and think he is the perfect signing for Tottenham. I feel like he's a player that we should be getting. And what about Savinho? Do you guys still think we should be going out and getting Savinho? Because to me, that is dead and buried as well. We've gone from wanting Savinho and Eze to now probably getting El Canus and who God knows. El Dante says, so peed off by our incompetence. I mean, we should be getting used to it. Twice in one window now. Also, guys, I want to know in the comments down below, who's had the worst window, Tottenham or Newcastle? I mean, we're outdoing each other when it comes to rejections. It's absolutely dire. Declan, I just had your message, but it's just gone. Sorry about this, guys. Can we just go and get Paz? Honestly, Declan Littlefoot, honestly, horrible news. It's terrible. Now we've had the here we go as well. It's terrible. Dylan Abraham says, here we go. Come on, you Gunners. Number 10 is waiting. At the end of the day, all I'll say is fair play to Arsenal. Eze, he won FA Cup last year and he won a Community Shield. So fair play to him wanting to retire from winning trophies. It's a sad state of affairs. Darren Fearon says, Sonny, I'd rather not sign a panic buy that would be Deadwood next season. Yeah, I get that. I mean, who is now good enough to really come in and be a first-team player? It's really hard to tell. James Wayne, hello, mate. You're getting the XP up of, I think it's XP, top fans or whatever. Sack the club. Yeah, sack the board, sack the club, and, liquidate us. That's all that will be happy. You wouldn't have thought we won the Europa League last year, would you? Here we go from Fab, says JG. Yeah, I've just read it out and it's brought a tear to my eye. Justin still says Paqueta from West Ham. I doubt West Ham would want to deal with us again. I really doubt they would want to deal with us. We've already got inside probably one of their best players already, so that another one would really upset the Hammers. Axie says, I call this no Eze, no Savinho, going to end up with mediocre players now for big money because we are desperate. The thing is, Palace are they want El Canoes, so they could beat us to El Canoes. It's just an absolute diabolical. Jaminator says, I missed 2017, 2022. We could beat them yearly and finish above them season without a worry. Yeah, they're bigger than us. What can I say? They're bigger than us in this aspect. It's so poor. It's so poor. Just absolutely pees me off. Tamaji Chanwala says, I think we should get Olmo, who is like on Eze level, but I don't expect him to leave Barcelona. You know, Xavi Simons, I'd like us to go for him, but he's set to go to Chelsea. It's just not going to happen. Declan Littleford says Levy fully played. It's embarrassing. You know, all this edging closer and not paying up and, you know, letting Arsenal come in at the last minute and secure it. It's poor. It's absolutely poor. Jack Cooper says we are obviously going to end up with another unheard 18-year-old on deadline day. No Savinho or nothing yet. We want to win it all. That's what my dad said. Levy did that PR piece with Gary Neville on the overlap and was like, I want to win the Premier League. I want to win the Champions League. It's not happening. It's not happening. He lives in cloud cuckoo land, and he only, you know, we bumbled our way to that Europa League final. Fair play to Ange Postecoglou, but I just feel sorry for Thomas Frank. You know, not getting any of these signs over the line. It's pathetic. Axie says, can't come back from this. Canoe's going to Palace. Like, yeah, exactly. Canoe's going to Palace. Darren Ferrer and Holly Hotspur says, I was thinking of coming back to support my club again. Now I feel done again. Yeah, we're absolutely in turmoil. And Holly replies to Darren saying, it's the vibe. Haha, yeah, honestly. Nafit the GOAT says, this is all a merry-go-round now. Rodrigo has no option apart from Liverpool. If Liverpool land easy, they will go get Rodrigo. Rodrigo's only option left will be Spurs. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. And Steve Sewell says, oh, are you surprised? No, I'm not. I don't know why I let myself big myself up and think like this is going to, Tottenham are going to outdo themselves. Tottenham are going to go out their way and, shock us, go and make some statement signings. I said it yesterday when I was talking about there'd been a verbal agreement. I said Tottenham are, making a statement signing if they get Eze. And now it's a failure. It's a failure again. And, I'm riding myself out the longer this goes on. And it's just awful. Lee Halstrap says, what a shock. Club is a joke and run by a clown. I think our next home game, I think it's Bournemouth. The protests are going to be something special. Honestly, it's going to be absolutely biblical protests outside. The fans lined the streets the other month to celebrate the Europa League. It's going to be monumental. The kick up of fuss that's going to happen. It's and fair play. Like Tottenham fans will have a right to kick up a fuss. It's I think the business we've done so far has been good, but it's poor. Like if we don't get a creator after the Maddison and the Kulusevski injuries, it's really poor. And we knew about these. We knew that James Maddison was injury prone. We knew that Dan Kulusevski was going to be out for a while. So it's just really, really poor. Really poor. James Kingsnorth says, how many times have we been here? I find all of these too exhausting, especially after 35 years supporting Spurs. I'm tired now. Think about it. Willian, Saido Berahino, Jack Grealish. Happens every time. Eden Hazard. So many players, it comes to mind. And yeah, it's just poor. It's really, really poor. And just another shout out, 160 of you watching this now. I know, at 10 o'clock at night, really appreciate it. 61 likes. If we can get to 100 likes, I would really, really appreciate it, guys. Would really, really appreciate you subscribing as well. And also, if you want to leave a super chat, don't be afraid. It really supports the channel. Next question or statement was from Jaminator again, saying, I want to know what's in the way of us signing Savinho. So by the looks of it, Pep Guardiola not too fussed if he leaves, but there's someone in the City hierarchy who is like wants him to stay. They feel a bit like they're letting too many of their players go at like reasonable prices. Think Cole Palmer for 40 to 50 million. And they're pricing him out of a move, and we're not going to pay up. We're seeing Tottenham do not pay up. They don't pay their wages. We will never sign top talent. It's poor. Mike says it's clear the club's board have been thinking about everything except putting together a strong team, and it feels stingy and half-hearted. It's who we are, mate. Ange Postecoglou said it's who we are. Declan Littleford says live stream. Yes, we had a few issues, technical issues before I went live. Few audio issues. I was trying a new mic setup because my other mic's been playing up. I tried a little lapel mic sitting here, but now I'm doing it through the laptop. So hopefully it sounds good. Let me know what the audio sounds like because I'm thinking of doing a live stream on Saturday for City and hope, I don't want any issues with that. Dave Horner says, Ange out. Hello, mate. Hope you're doing well. James Wayne as well. Yeah, get Ange out. Could tell there's a few people who know me in the comments who are having a little josh at my expense. But yeah, Tottenham will do that to a person. It is what we do. Vandal Ross says, all we needed to do was pay the money. Did we really want him? For the end of the day, he would always go back. He would always pick Arsenal over us. We were like fronting it in when it came to bidding and fees and whatnot. But at the end of the day, Arsenal have put a better offer on the table, better terms, I can imagine, and he's picked them, and it is what it is. Another Ange out message. Jaminate said, Jacob Ramsey just gone to Newcastle. Even Newcastle somehow signs someone. Now what is Levy doing? I didn't want Jacob Ramsey. Newcastle. That's what I said. Who's had the better and worse window? Let me know. Of Newcastle and Tottenham. Lee Houstrip again says, not shocking though. We are pathetic. Yeah, not good at all. Holly's Hotspurs. Hello again. If that is true, that he was put up for a deal, I feel well annoyed. If I was him, score 2 worldies and then try and shift him out. It's just, he's a boy at Arsenal fan. You got to remember he, as well, scored 2 goals against us. It's just, I feel like we were misleading ourselves, weren't we? Especially myself. Just not good enough, was it? Halo Uppercut says it dragged on too long. It seems something was up. It surely shouldn't have taken so long. How much you want? Here's the money. How much you want? Yeah, it just was. And the fact that he played at the weekend against Chelsea, he then is going to play tomorrow night in the Conference League game for Palace. It's a risk for him playing tomorrow. He's given the here we go. Will he still play? I mean, there's a high chance he might not play now tomorrow for Palace, but. If he did, he's risking injury. Imagine if he gets injured in a game like that. It would be proper poor. Tamchi Chinchawala says, I think Spurs should go get Olmo or Rodgers. I mean, yeah, 2 players I would absolutely would love to get, but it's Tottenham. It's not going to happen in a million years. I wouldn't be surprised now if that's us done. Like the window shuts on September 1st. I could imagine us not making any more signings. James Morgan says, I'm hurt. It's like a kick in the balls. But if he signs for Arsenal, then he's a something or other. Well, he has signed for Arsenal. So, yeah, feel free to whatever. Muggles says, I was so excited. One, we got the here we go for Kudus and Gibbs White. And now, yeah, it's falling apart. To think we had, if we had signed more Gibbs White or Eberechi Eze, it would have been game changing for Spurs. But alas, it's what Tottenham do. Nee says, I never trust Tottenham until I see the player in a shirt and paraded. Well done, Levy. Yeah. I mean, we can't trust anything anymore. Like all these journalists just spouting nonsense. It's not, backwards and forwards. Will he play? Will he not play at the weekend? And now this. Elmer says, it's who we are, mate. Yeah, it's Tottenham in a nutshell. What's it called? Where was I? Sorry. The chat just reset. Sorry, guys. James Morgan. Yeah, that was the one I got to. It's who we are, mate. Tooz Tiller says, if Eze did not want to sign for us, then so be it. Yeah, we've got to move on now. We've got to try and sign someone else. Let me know in the comments, who do you think we should sign instead of Eberechi Eze? Is there any names that spring to mind? Harvey Elliott, maybe? Morgan Rogers? Whoever, let me know. And Holly's Hotspur said, or Darren Ferron said to Holly's Hotspur, I would not be surprised to see Richie back to his old ways because of Levy. Honestly, it like putting him up for sale as well. Mental. Soundwave says it's the history of the Tottenham. Yeah, we're never, ever going to learn. It sums us up. And just want to say another shout out. 115 of you watching now. I'll probably do this stream for another 15 or so minutes. Just wanted to get a quick reaction out. Probably do a deeper dive reaction after this and put it out in the morning, so stay tuned for that. Also, I did a video earlier talking about Thomas Frank's tactics in his first 2 games. after what was said on Monday Night Football with Gary Neville, Jamie Carragher. Go and watch that if you haven't already. As I say, 115 of you watching, 76 likes. Can we get to 100 likes? That's what I want. If we can get to 100 likes, I'll be a very happy guy. As I say as well, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and any super chats would be greatly appreciated because it helps support the channel. And I want to make sure I'm doing like nearly daily content for you guys. So yeah, really, really appreciate it. Next up, Eze could still choose Spurs over Arsenal. Maybe he's been sitting out and waiting, knowing Arsenal would move. I don't know if you've seen it, John, but he has. Fabrizio Romano has given the here we go. The only team that gets a here we go and it falls through is Tottenham, so he definitely will be going for Arsenal. Hotpsur says to Darren Fearon, I just think it's a joke. Let's not pay the money, but chuck a player. Yeah, when that was happening, Holly and Darren, you knew it was falling through. You knew it was just, it was done. It was off. Elmar says the player would have signed if the contract was there. We didn't act as fast. Yeah, like we didn't act as fast enough. Having got injured and then moved faster. We're not proactive. We're reactive. It's just a joke. Obito El Wankandis says, forget Savino. Yeah, I don't. We need to just pivot our tactics now. It's just absolutely a joke. Vandal Ross says, we all saw this coming. As they wanted Arsenal, we need to move on and accept the budget version, whoever that may be. Yep. And Thomas Frank has a good track record of improving players. So hopefully he'll improve the players, that we sign in the summer and the players that we already have. We've got a great squad, I think, and Thomas Frank, I think, can improve all those players. Darren Fearon says, Holly's Hotspur, only Levy would do that. Yeah. Sums it up. Tam Matty says, hey, I think we should get Rodgers or Almo. I think you're spot on, but I can't see them happening. It won't happen. Beta says, I've had enough of this club. I think we all have tonight. I think Tottenham fans are going to retire for the evening after this one. Absolutely embarrassing. And Elmar says, no Savino now or Eze. Yeah, I can. They're both going to fall through. I see us now being linked with El Canus. Visser. I mean, what would you take Visser? I know it's not a 10, but it's another attacking option. Could we beat Newcastle to that signing? Sabutio Spurs says, who should we get then? I just don't know. I think maybe we should go in for El Canus. I think he's a good player. He looked good against us last year when he played for Leicester. But who else is there? Harvey Elliott, maybe? I did a video actually with Alice Talks Football saying like all the different 10s. If you haven't seen that, go and watch that after this as well. And I said all the different options, but we're running out of options. Like there's not many players. Like we're losing out now on all these different signings. Jaminate says UCL football will entice more players to join us. They said they don't care. Like look at Newcastle; they can't attract anyone either. So yeah. Also, I think Nico Paz. Elmar says Eze to Nico Paz if we're lucky. Yeah, I'd love him, but again, would cost an arm and a leg. We're not going to pay, and also he's got a buyback clause from Real Madrid. El Dante says bigger than us by failing to win any trophies in over 5 seasons. What they actually achieved recently. They haven't achieved anything, but they're paid up. They want to win the league this year. If they don't win the league now after signing Gokares, Zubamendi, Eze, then, questions will have to be asked about Arteta. Liam Withers says he's clearly been holding out for Arsenal. Don't know why the fans are in meltdown. We've been played like a fiddle, though, haven't we, Liam? Like, it is what it is. Peter Doodle says, I bet Levy has no idea that this happened. He's so slow. Yeah, that sounds about right. John Peterson says, I feel like if the players want the Tottenham project, they sign. If not, they don't need them, as they wanted Arsenal more. Yeah, we've got to move on, haven't we? We've got to move on. And Andresto says, crackle, get it sorted. Yeah, we just need to sort something out now, don't we? Really is embarrassing. El Dante, I feel sick that Arsenal will be celebrating this, taunting us about how they've signed him ahead of us. That's all they've got to celebrate now. They're transfer FC. They've got nothing else to write home about. They don't win anything. We're a trophy-winning team, and they're not. Sabio Spurs says, at the end of the day, Eze is probably going to rot on the bench. Yeah, that's the thing. Where does he play? Because he's not a left winger. Like Martinelli, plays on the wing. Madueke, forgot about him actually. And in the 10, is he like Odegaard? Are they writing him off? Yeah, weird. Tottenham writes 2.0 all for Levy. Yeah, sums it up. Daniel, we tried Levy back to his usual antics. Yeah. Liam, we feel the same. He's been waiting for Arsenal. Here we go from Fabrizio. Yeah, seen it. It's all over. 2 done so forth. Mr. Levy, you snooze, you lose. Yeah, it's embarrassing. 43K Prada says, the fact Arsenal got here, we go in a couple hours and we didn't get it in a single. Yeah, it's poor. It's really, really poor. John Peterson says, or a lot of Eze waiting for Arsenal. Do we know the process? Honestly, I'm sick to the back teeth of it. Chaminator says, guys, I've come to the conclusion we don't need Eze or anyone else for that matter. Just recall Mikey Moore from Rangers. To be fair, get him out of Rangers. They are absolutely terrible. So bad. Just embarrassing. El Dante, sorry, I'm trying to go through these messages one at a time, has sent a super chat, 1.99. Thank you very much, mate. If any of you want to send super chats, I would greatly appreciate it. He says, I support you, not Levy. Come on, you Spurs. Levy owes us big time. If you want to support me as well, like El Dante has, and leave a super chat. And if you can afford to leave a super chat, please do down below. And also, 122 watching. I really appreciate it. We're going to go for another 10 minutes. Hopefully, we can hit our like goal of 100 likes. Like the video if you haven't already. And also, as I say, we'll do about another 10 minutes on this. So get your questions in the comment section down below. Darren Furran says, in the Jaminator, Mikey Moore is not ready. He can't even get into the poor Rangers side. Rangers is just, Rangers, don't talk to me about Rangers. They were absolutely embarrassing last night, conceding goals like Ange Postecoglou would in that league. Let's go to our next question. And Eamon Burns says, who else is out there to replace Eze? We're running out of ideas. I'm saying Harvey Elliott, Nico Paz, El Canoes. Even Onye Ugapo says El Canoes and Tyler Dibbling is our level. I mean, El Canoes I like. I think there's a lot of potential there. Tyler Dibbling, I'm not so sure. But again, they'll probably cost an arm and a leg. And I just can't say. I don't know what direction Tottenham pivot in now. Daniel Levy is absolutely in turmoil. That's all I know. Next question. Oh, here we go. Joe Tomlinson is here, ladies and gentlemen. I was going to say my good friend, but he's probably my enemy now. And he just puts Snellers in capital letters. Nice to see some former FD people here rinsing me. And that's the love and the joys of this. But if you get the likes up, it'll probably make me a bit happier. Gilo says, the fact is we have no spine and never learn. Levy out, boycott. That's the thing. I think, we're all happy with that, with winning the Europa League last year, 17-year trophy drought done. But that wasn't Levy. That wasn't Levy's success. It was the players. It was Ange Postecoglou. Thomas Frank is going to have to deal with a shoestring now. We've seen it in his first two games. But now, if Levy needs to either buck his ideas up big time in the next 10 or so days, or he's got to go. He's got to go. I've always said it. I've never been a fan of him. He's an absolute embarrassment. It's poor. And then Darren Ferren says, I'm done with the club. I just feel embarrassed. It is embarrassing. It is embarrassing. But John Peterson is staying positive, and he says we go for Rodrigo. It's not going to happen. And we've got some Arsenal fans in there. Come on, you Gunners. Boo, get out. We don't want... It's a Tottenham channel. We only want Tottenham fans in there. Darren for... and they've been laughing since the 90s. Yeah. Arsenal are always going to... It's just so annoying. It could be worse. I haven't brought his name up, but it could be Sol Campbell. Let's just go for... this B-Bot says... I can't say this guy's name, but he says, let's go for Magnus... Akalushi. Looks like a great player. I can't say his name, but I've seen him. He looks like a good player. I'd rather go that. Here we go. All the gooners are in the comments. What's going on? I mean, it's good for engagement, I guess. But yeah, all the Arsenal fans are in the comments. This is not looking good. And Jaminator says, don't know what's sad. Us bottling this transfer or Woolwich fans turning into Spurs team just to bring it up. Yeah, I mean, we welcome everyone here, I guess. It is what it is. I mean, and Samson Spurs fan says, Adam Wharton. I mean, they're looking like they could lose Gay. I mean, Adam Wharton, I don't know if you saw the video earlier on Sky Sports. He was pointing at the badge when he was asked about his future. But yeah, it is what it is. Mohammed Sayed Karoma says, it's always the same. When will things be done quicker? We're never going to learn. We're never going to learn. It is what it is. Nicholas Grinder says he's not officially signed, is he? He's not been announced by the club, but it's been here we go by Fabrizio Romano, so it's basically the same thing unless it's us with Morgan Gibbs-White. Cole Hamilton says it's repeating pattern now, and you've named the players I named earlier: Willian, Dybala, Doué, Morgan Gibbs-White, and now Eze. But I tell you what, we can all cheer each other up. 104 you still watching. We'll go for another 6 or so minutes. 93 likes. Can we get that up to 100 likes? That's what I want to hear. Even you gooners in this chat, leave a like. At least leave me a like, and also subscribe if you haven't already. And super chats are always welcome if you can afford it. relegation battle. How about you Gooners try and win a trophy this year? That's what I want to see. You know, Mikel Arteta's been backed for once, and you know, proof has got to be in the pudding. If you're not competing at the top with City, we've hit 100 likes. Thank you guys, really appreciate that. If you're not competing with City or Chelsea or Liverpool, then I mean, I still think even with this signing, I don't even think you can finish second. I think you can finish third or fourth. John Peterson maybe goes for Damsgaard. I mean, yeah, I said about Damsgaard. Lookman as well being said by Dominic Hugh. Yeah, two signings I would really, really like. Nicholas Grande, is it 100% confirmed that he signed with Arsenal? It's been here we go. So basically, I mean, the names that are coming up now. Someone said, Cole Hammond saying we don't need Visser. I agree with that. We need a 10 more than a striker. Mohammed Said Karoma says Savinho, please. I can't see that happening. Lookman now Noor says we should get Garnacho. I mean, there's not many good names here. We are so lame, even Forest having a better window than us. Look at that. They're going to go and sign. I think they're being James McAtee. I've done a video saying we should sign him. And also there's, you know, what's his name from Ipswich? I forgot his name. Amari Hutchinson. So, yeah, it's not good. Joe Bellingham being named. It's not going well. It's absolutely not going well. But yeah, it's just a poor window. And I want to just say, guys, I appreciate all your messages, all your all your questions and all that good stuff. I've been going now for nearly about 40 minutes. 79 of you still watching. 104 likes. Someone saying, could we hijack Simmons for Chelsea? I highly doubt it. We are the ones who get hijacked. We never hijack. But yeah, what I'll probably do is I'll end this now, guys, because I feel like I need to lie down. What an awful evening for Tottenham Hotspur. And finally, I just want to say, before I give my I'll give my spiel now. So thank you guys as always. Leave your likes if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. Leave super likes. Here's your final moment to leave super likes if you haven't already. I really appreciate that, and thanks for all your support on the channel. Go back and watch my video about Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher and what they think of Thomas Frank's tactics in his first two games, because I really enjoyed doing that tactical sort of breakdown and analysis. And my final say is that yes, we may have missed out on Eberechi Eze. Yes, he may be going to Arsenal over Spurs. He probably will score against us in the North London derby. But just remember this. We are a winning side. We won a Europa League, a European Cup. Arsenal will not win another trophy this year. I guarantee they will not win a trophy. They're not good enough. Mikel Arteta's panicking. He's not the creative spark they need in their defensive team. But as I said, that's all for tonight. Hope you have enjoyed this live stream. And let me know, actually, I might do a live stream for the City game so you can see more tears from me. But yeah, see you guys soon. Hope you have enjoyed. And yeah, have a good evening. Bye-bye.